welcome to the NYXUS Podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Nix. You guys missed me last week. I missed you guys for sure. Tonight, Eric, Tear from Grace. The guys are not here tonight. One is at work, one is down with COVID, but Eric is here.
I'm here.
How you doing, Eric?
Not too bad. How you doing, Melanie?
I'm good. Friday night, good. The weekend,
Good.
finally.
Yeah, end of the week. It's always a good thing.
Yes. Well, let's go with the obvious question. Tear from Grace. Where does it come from?
Well, okay, so we get asked that a lot because a lot of people think, which is great. You actually said the name properly. A lot of people say Tear from Grace. They think it's like tear as in like a tear, which that sounds cool too. So I usually don't ever correct people. To me, it's, however you want to take it. But we came up with the name because we had songs that were kind of graceful. You know what I mean? We had, clean parts that were pretty, but then we're a heavy band. You know what I mean? So we would tear from the grace and go full heavy. So one day, I think our drummer was like, oh man, Torn from Grace would be an awesome name. And then we looked it up and we saw that there was a band, I believe in Australia, that had the name Torn from Grace. And we were like, crap. And so we thought, all right, that name's out. And I just thought, well, wait, what about Terror? And I had the guy who does all of our artwork, I had him make me up a logo to see what it would look like. And I thought it looked killer, and the guys agreed. And so it worked well for us because of how our music is. And you'll see with the one song, we're real heavy. It's real in there. And then all of a sudden we go to this nice, pretty melodic middle part. And then we go right back and just, smack you in the mouth for the next part. So we're graceful, then we'll tear from the grace,
It does describe the music very well.
Well, that's good. Thank you.
We'll give you guys a listen later. You guys, I always play 2 songs minimum. We'll get you guys later for sure. How'd the band start up? How'd you guys all connect together?
Well, I was in a band called Waiting for Never for a long time. I don't know if you can see the posters behind me here. We were sponsored by Jägermeister and did a lot of the Jägermeister music tours, and we were blessed for that. I mean, I got to open up for some of my favorite bands in the world, like Disturbed, Stone Sour, Stained, to name a few. There's several. Three Days Grace. Many. So we were blessed with that. And then, as you get older, we were a band for about 10, 11 years. And, as guys get older, you get married, they have kids, and then guys move away. And then, you start to get out of your 20s and things change a little bit. You know what I mean? So some of the guys had to quit, and then we had, replacement guys come in. This wasn't seeming like it was going to stay the way it could have been. So we ended up disbanding, and we always say we're still open for shows, but we haven't played in a long time. So, but out of that, the drummer that I had at the time was our drummer in Waiting for Never, and him and I wanted to keep playing. And so in that band, I was just a singer. I didn't play guitar or any instruments. And in this band, we're just a 3-piece, so I play guitar and sing. And so I told him, listen, I want to do this, but I want to do it to where we don't sound like Waiting for Never did. Waiting for Never was a straight metalcore band. So we wanted to, tune down a little bit. We play 7-string, so we're a little bit lower tuning and a little bit different. So him and I formed it, and we just started writing songs, and it just started happening. And then we got a bass player at the time, and everything was going well for about a good 4 years. We were just kicking it hard. Storms of Thin's in. What's up, guys? We just kept kicking and kept going. And then, unfortunately, again, this is where as you get older, adults, we get kids and stuff. Our drummer had gotten married and had a kid, and his job at the time, it just was taking too much from him and the bass player both. So then they both had to leave the band. So now I was stuck. I was alone. Didn't know what I was going to do. And so for about a year, I just kept writing music and just kept thinking about how I wanted to keep this going, because I wanted to keep it going. We were doing so well. And I met our current drummer now, Johnny, and I call him a herd of pissed off elephants, because he literally is. This guy and the kid he's unreal. And we got him, and literally just new songs started flowing like that. I mean, we went from having 2 or 3 that I had written that were brand new, that weren't older ones from Tear from Grace, but some newer ones. to go into 15. We had 15 to 20 songs like that, you know, it just happened. And so the next part was to find another bass player. And sometimes it's hard to find the right guys. Being in a band literally is like having 3, 4, 5 girlfriends or wives. It is. You have to deal with all their stuff and everything else, which is cool, you know what I mean? But it can be trialing a little bit, you know.
For sure.
So it took us a while to find the right guy, and then there was a guy up in Erie who we played shows with for a long time, Will Walker, our bass player now, and I seen him in he played in a lot of awesome bands up in Erie, and I knew of him and talked to him a ton of times, and you know, we talked about wanting to play and wanting to get together and jam, and he was always in the band, and we always had stuff going on. So it happened at the right moment, where he wasn't playing with anybody at the time, where I think he was, but it was like a band that he normally wouldn't play with. I think they were like, I guess you would kind of like a glam rock kind of a band a little bit. And he's like a death metal, like Redwood, like this dude's like a 6'6", just body build. I mean, the dude's like, I call him my metal Redwood. Anyway, I knew that probably wasn't gonna work with him. I mean, he loved playing music, so he did it, and he loved playing with those guys. But obviously, I don't think his heart was fully 100% in that. So I told him, I said, "Hey, dude, we need somebody. Our bass player, wasn't working out. The guy who we had at the time had a little bit of problem with some addiction, and he had to go to rehab. And so we told him, like, dude, like, you need to take care of your health. Go." Yep. And so he did. We got Will in. And that's where we're at now. We're the current Tear from Grace.
Very cool. So a lot of story behind the band. A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Storms Within said Johnny's an insane drummer. Mechanic A says, I can't find anyone to join my band. Any tips and tricks for him?
You know what
worked for you?
You have to really find the right guys, my man. I guess the first thing that you can do is, if you have a local guitar center or local music place, I always say that the internet is great for current things nowadays. You can always put out stuff on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, Instagram. You can always put things out there. But honestly, musicians go to music stores more than anything. They always have, and they always will. And even to me, whenever I go to one, you always see their board. They have a board up of all the, flyers of shows and like musicians looking for people. So that's one of the things that you can always do, is put your name on one of those things and say, listen, guitar player looking for, this, or rock band looking for a singer or something. And if you have any videos of what you've done, or if you have anything that you can post to where people can actually see you, hear how you play, see what you look like, it can turn people on like that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's one of those things where it's just it gets people to try, and the more you get, the more you can try. And it's not going to be an overnight thing. You're not going to jam with your first couple of guys and it's going to click. It takes a little bit. Like I said, it's like having 4 or 5 girlfriends. You really gotta love these guys and love all their little quirks and all their little things. You know what I mean? So the best thing I can say is just keep trying. If your heart, and it's in your heart, and you want to do it, and you want this, it'll happen. You just gotta work at it. You really do.
Mike Stover in the house. What's up, Mike? Haven't seen you in a while. Do you think with so many do-it-yourself artists and streaming platforms, did it make the music business oversaturated, in your opinion?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, there's a yin and a yang to that. So, for musicians who are before, back in the day, back in like the 90s and late 90s and early 2000s, when my former band was trying to get into a studio and record, there wasn't home studios. There wasn't that. You had to go to a recording studio. And, you felt so good in that because you really had to know your songs, because time is money, right?
You're paying for the time. Yep.
You have no time to fuck around. You got to go in there and you got to nail your parts, and you got to get it. You know what I mean? Because you're paying $100 an hour usually, depending on the studio where you're at. So nowadays, you have a lot of artists who can have their own studios, and now making a record really isn't that hard anymore. with plugins and things that a lot of the idiot-proof stuff is now, taken care of for you. You can just plug your guitar right into a string or your DAW and pull up a plug-in. The cabs are already mic'd, the amplifiers are already tested for you, and you have a killer tone right there, bass tone right there. And heck, you can even program your own drums now. You don't even need a drummer to put out an album now. And so that, I think, is why it oversaturated a little bit, because so many artists who really aren't even in bands can put out music. And that's not saying that's a bad thing, because if I was still by myself, I would probably be doing that. I want to put out my music. This is coming from my heart, so I want to put it out.
Yeah.
But I also think, too, that no matter what, if you are dedicated and you love this, and this is something that your heart is put into the music, and the music will show that you can cut through all of that. You will be the fish that will jump through all the other fishes in the sea that are just surrounding you of all these bands and music that's out there. And it is hard, it is hard, trying to get plays on Spotify and trying to make money off your music. Musicians aren't in this to make money. We love it. We would love to be signed to have that rock star life. Who wouldn't? Grow up as kids and you watching, the days of, the $1 million contracts and stuff. It's not the way it is anymore. Mm. But there is a thing to saying that when this is my therapy, right? This is how I let out any of my frustrations and anything else. So to me, I'm always going to play music, And I think that if the music is passionate enough and you put enough time into it, enough energy, and you work hard enough, I think no matter what, you will go through at least to some level. Your music will be heard by the right person. And to be honest with you, if one person hears your song and it changes them, then it's worth it. No matter what.
Absolutely. I always say that. Mechanic says, I really don't like programmed drums. I'll never use it. Just don't sound right to me.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I have a drummer who's, like I said, I call him a herd of pissed off elephants, because literally that's what it is, man. He's a machine. So I've been blessed with killer drummers in both bands that I was in, and I'm blessed with Johnny. He literally is, the guy is just a machine. You know what I mean? I always make sure that when we play live, I always go off to the one side. That way everybody can see him, because his hair is going and he's, flipping his head around. You know what I mean? He's a machine. So yeah, again, there's something to the talent. You know what I mean? It's the talent of it. And that's us as human beings. If we can do this stuff, we can make it sound like that. That's what sets us apart from guys that are programming drums. You can tell now if a drums are programmed. You can tell. You can tell.
If you guys stick around, you're gonna get to hear the music in about, let's say, about 5 minutes.
Yeah, please stick around. I'd love to hear what everybody thinks of it.
Patrick says at work, but hey, a Pennsylvania artist.
Yeah, brother.
Seethe. That's Patrick, is Seethe.
Absolutely. Contact us, man. We'd love to play a show with you.
Hope everyone is doing well. Of course. It's Friday night. It's the NYXUS Podcast. Of course, everybody's doing well. What's your take on these? You heard generations to music and becoming amazing only. Wow, Mike. Hold on. These, what's your take on these younger generations taking to music and becoming amazing only good at such a young age?
Well, God bless them. You know what I mean? Really, I don't think it's really a new thing. There's always been amazing talent at young ages. You know what I mean? There's always singers and dancers and things like that are at a killer age. They're really, really small and young. Back in the day, remember Hanson?
Yeah.
Remember Hanson?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They have more exposure now because of the internet. It's easier to get more exposure.
And now you can just make a YouTube video, and if you're a killer, I always say the story of Journey. I think Journey, where their singer had left the band, the main singer of Journey, and I believe there was this Japanese guy who was doing videos on YouTube of him singing Journey songs. Yeah. And I don't even think he could speak English, but he nailed the parts, right? He was money. Well, Journey, the band, saw that, and he's now the singer of Journey, right? If you see Journey play now, they have this young the Japanese guy, and he flies around the stage. He's like a little ninja, man. But he sounds just like Steve Perry, like sounds just like him, and it's unreal.
There's a lot of bands doing that. Last year
Yep.
on the podcast, I had Skinner, who is the new lead singer for Forbidden.
Oh, right on.
That was a very fun episode to talk to him and see how he got there. And
yeah, I mean, Fear Factory too. The band Fear Factory. They just now same thing. They have a singer who they found him online.
Queen,
you know what I mean?
With Adam Lambert as their new lead singer. I mean,
yeah,
they rock. Princess Peach or Princess Daisy? What's up?
Yeah. Hey.
Let's do a fun question before we go to one of your songs. If you could
Absolutely.
have a superpower, any superpower in the world, what would it be and why?
Oh man. And I'm a huge Batman fan, so that is just
Batman doesn't have superpowers.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Batman is just rich and intelligent.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's the crazy part, because I've always been a huge Batman fan as a kid.
Same.
Man, superpower. Oh wow, that's it's crazy. It's such a tough question, but I guess, I suppose the ability to fly maybe would be killer. That way you could get it point A, point B, and you don't have to worry about gas money. You know what I mean? You could just get there right now. And if there was a way that you could save somebody to get them out of a crash or get them out of somewhere, Now, granted, I understand there's probably other superpowers that would have to go with that, strength and whatnot. But being able to fly, I think, would be killer. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. It's like a lot of people say fly or teleportation. And teleportation of whatever you touch. So you can teleport somebody else or your drum kit, Yeah. Drummers always have to bring that heavy drum kit. So if you get to touch it, just lay on your drum kit and teleport. Just
teleport it, right. I think number 2 would probably be the ability to read somebody. You know what I mean? Like to know what they were thinking. But that also could be a bad thing now that I think about it, because if you always knew,
not if you take the ability, but then you can control to when you want to hear it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because I mean, if you heard people's thoughts that you shouldn't probably hear, it's probably not a good thing. But to know what people were really thinking, like again, say we're playing, and I got 100 people in front of us, to be able to know what they're really thinking. Yeah, they're headbanging, but they really like us, or do they just think, these guys are all right? You know what I mean?
I mean, true. Let's see. A genie appears right now in front of you, grants you 3 wishes. What are they?
Oh man. I would say wish number 1 was that my wife and I could live out our days old and happy, and just a happy marriage, and that we could grow old together and we die together. That'd probably be my first wish. My wife is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So she's my rock. So I'd say that'd be wish number 1. Wish number 2.
Hi, Aaron's wife.
Yeah. She's probably upstairs watching. Honey, I love you. Probably wish number 2 would be to be able to tour with my band for a living, not to make millions of dollars, just to be able to tour the world, tour the countryside, to be able to make enough money to live and survive, and just have it be a career. You know what I mean? Just to be able to tour. You know what I mean? I always loved doing it when I did it when Waiting for Never, and it's an amazing thing if you really, really, truly love that inside. You know what I mean? Performing in front of people is the best thing ever. So to me, I would think that'd be wish 2. Wish 3, I would say, that's a tough one. I suppose, man, that's a tough one. I guess I could say end world hunger. That'd be, because band and my wife, those are the 2 main focuses. So I guess the third would be, give these kids a meal. The ones out there that can't eat. Give them. They need some food, and we throw away so much food in this country, and just everywhere. We throw out so much stuff, and there's so many people out there that could use that. So I would say, give the people who really need it. Give them a bite to eat. I'm a chef too at trade, so I'd be, maybe I tell you what, my wish would be I could be able to cook a meal for the people who need it. There you go. There we go.
That's beautiful. 3 beautiful wishes for real.
Hey, thank you.
All right, so let's stop right here while we have you guys here. Let's give you a taste of the music. What do you want to go for? C19 or you? Which one are we playing?
Let's give them the video. That way, since they can't see the two other guys in the band, that they can actually see them on the video. So we'll give them the video to our song C19. That way they can see what Johnny looks like. That him and his pissed off elephant self, and then they can see the metal redwood and Will playing bass.
Absolutely. So you guys don't forget to subscribe. I am doing that right now as we speak on
thank
the
you so much.
YouTube.
Yeah, please subscribe and YouTube, Facebook, all of our socials and everything. Yeah, please do. We appreciate it. And just give us the time. Just listen to the music. I'd appreciate it. Like to know what everybody thinks of it.
Give them a like, a subscribe, and don't forget to comment, guys, while you're listening. The comment also keeps your subscription to make sure that they don't. If you're not active on an account, YouTube, Facebook, every streaming platform, everything thinks that you're a bot. So make sure that you give some listening time. Hell, put it on your playlist and just hit play and don't even listen to it if you don't really like it. Just support each other, guys.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so here's C19 from Tear from Grace. We'll be right back.
I was brought here today to talk about our virus.
Welcome back, guys.
Right on. Everybody awake?
I think you woke up everybody and their
all right.
neighbors.
That's
That's
the
Pigeon in the
plan.
house. What's up? The drums. You're not fucking lying.
He's a beast.
Wow, it is incredible. I get out of breath when I hear drummers like that. Like my legs are hurting for him.
Yeah. He's something else too. And what's weird is like I don't understand it. Like his double bass, a lot of drummers, they set their pedals to where they can get the most bounce with the least amount of effort. That way they can really do it. Johnny is a total different, like if you were to watch him drum, like he puts so much, he hits so hard, but like his pedals, like they're really, like he really works hard at this. It's unreal. Like, cause I've played drums too a little bit, and in previous bands and whatnot. So I'll sit down behind his kit and try to play. And I'm like, Johnny, I don't know how you do what you do with this kit, but it's just how he is. He's, his whole life he's been working at it. And he literally is, man. He is just a herd of pissed off elephants, man. He really is.
But everything works together. The three of you working, like the three of you as a unit is cohesive.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. We a lot of hard work and again, you have to gel. You really have to gel, and you have to, really, really appreciate the music and everybody's parts. And, and when you hear something good that one person's doing, to stop and be like, dude, that's it right there. You know what I mean? We never thought that we were going to add that clean part in that song. You know what I mean? It's just, we had the first part of it, and actually we were going to end it there before the clean part came in. And I had that clean part for the longest time, didn't know what to do with it, and was just like, you know what, let's just try it. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, I know everyone says, have a 4-minute song. Gotta have a 4-minute song, and then, you know what I mean? That's it. No one's going to pay attention past 4 minutes. But to me, you know what I mean? If you can catch people, and you can reel them in, they're there. You got them. You know what I mean?
If it's the same thing for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and it's constant, then maybe at one point you'll lose people. But if you have breakdowns, you have, like you said, it goes to clean, so it catches the attention. Like something changes in the song. So, it's good. It's
the middle part, we really wanted to put that in there just because of that, the whole aspect where in the studio too, we knew once we had the song, we knew what we were going to do with that part. And I wanted to make sure I put that rant in there. So people knew really, because if you can't understand what I'm saying, because it's a lot of screaming, obviously, but if you can't understand what I'm saying, at least in that rant, you will know what the song is about. That it's not just about the coronavirus. That's not really what the song's about. The song is about all the things that we were doing to one another as humans during that time. The riots and the hate amongst our brothers, our sisters, and if you were blue or red, you can't be purple. You're going to hate one another. You know what I mean? There is no middle ground. And if you said you're Republican, you're a Democrat, there's the hate that was going on. Kids killing kids in schools. You know what I mean? There was so much going on during that time and around that, the whole pandemic, just beyond the pandemic. And so that's kind of what the song is about, is that was our virus. That was our disease. Was that, the shit that we're doing to one another, it has to stop and we can rise above it. You know what I mean? And so that's really what the song is about. And that's what I say in that middle part. So at least people know what it is if they couldn't understand what I was saying,
It's always nice to have an explanation because sometimes it's and it's not even because it's not clear. If your ear is not used to that, if you're not used to that kind of music, you won't.
Right.
It's not
always
I told my
easy
mom, to catch on.
When my mom listened to it for the first time, she's like, "What are you saying?" just listen. Everything will come out in a little bit. You'll figure it out.
That's it. Well, I'm bringing back a question from last year. I brought back a lot of questions from last year. I want to see what you would answer to this. If an evil curse is placed on you, and for the rest of your life you can only listen to one song.
Oh.
What song is it?
Oh, man. Oh, it's so hard. Wow. I would probably have to say, just because that's the whole reason why I started playing music, was because of Nirvana. Nirvana was the whole reason why I started playing music to begin with. I think, I mean, there's so many good Nirvana songs, but I'd have to probably say, do you remember Nirvana's Unplugged, the Unplugged album? Do you remember the song "Oh Me"? And it wasn't even a Nirvana song; it was a Meat Puppet song. But the way that they played it at the Unplugged, that song is so good. It's such a good song, and the way they did that, and the way that Kurt sang it, and everything. I'd probably say "Oh Me" by from Nirvana's Unplugged album. Yeah, I could listen to that song all day. Yeah.
Very good choice.
Yeah, thanks.
Tell me about 3 of the most influential people in your life musically.
Okay, so well, that's a good lead into. So I'd say first off was definitely Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. I mean, I was born in '81, so when I started really getting into music, that's right when, you know, of course, as kids we were into, like, you know, I remember my sisters really into the hair metal stuff in the '90s or the '80s, you know, and so there was Guns N' Roses and all that stuff. I remember watching Metallica's One video back in the day. I remember being scared because I was a little kid, you know what I mean? I was like 6 or 7 or something like that when that came out. But I remember like watching that video, but I had to keep watching it. Like, it was great, but just like the war scenes and whatnot. Anyway, so I remember I was into that. And then I remember Michael Jackson. I was a real Michael Jackson fan when I was a kid. And then when Teen Spirit hit, when Smells Like Teen Spirit hit, man, that changed everything for me. I was like, what is this? You know what I mean? And instantly, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to know why why we could do that with a voice, and why could we do that with a guitar and drums and everything. Like, I want to, you know, and so I would definitely say Kurt Cobain for sure, Nirvana. That was my main influence of why I started playing music to begin with. I would say number 2 would probably be the Deftones. When, you know, when the new metal thing started to happen, you know, right around the mid '90s to late '90s. You know, I love Korn. Korn was incredible, and we got to open for them twice in my previous band. So to meet those guys and to open up for them was a dream come true. And so that they definitely were. But when I heard the Deftones and I heard the way Chino sang, I'd never heard anything like it. You know what I mean? Because he had such a unique voice with the music. That when Around the Fur hit, like, their first album was incredible. When Around the Fur hit, like, that changed me musically. I wanted to know how is he singing that way, and like I tried to sing like that and try to, you know, just kind of, I guess, be like that. So I guess, you know, Deftones would be number 2, and then I'd have to say probably, man, that's really hard. 311, the band 311. I don't know if you've ever heard 311.
Yes.
Love 311. So, I mean, they're the only band that I know of that can do hip-hop, rap, they can do metal, they can do reggae, they can do all of it and not suck at any of them. They can kick ass in all of it, and it's okay. You know what I mean? When I heard them for the first time, and the harmonies that Nick Hexum and S.A. Martinez did together, again, right around that same time as the Deftones, I heard 311, and I was like, oh, man, like, these guys are incredible. And I always try to at least go see them at least once a year. I love 311. So I would say 311. And what's weird is you would hear our band and think, well, I'm not hearing any major, you know, huge metal influences. Well, of course I have some, obviously, you know, but I think those influences that I had, and of course, you know, Johnny would tell you he's a huge Metallica fan, you know, and he and Will, our bass player, is a death metal guy. He loves it. He breathes it. I mean, so when you put all of that together, you know, in a big bowl and mix it all up, you got Tear from Grace.
Creates your sound, exactly.
You got Tear from Grace. Yeah, that's right. And you'll hear some of that, I guess, new metal-ish kind of influence that's on us. You'll hear that in the next song that we'll play when you play the next song, because it has that bounce. It has that you can hear the influence of that in us, because we all love it. And so that's So you'll definitely be able to hear the influences in that song for sure.
We'll play it in about 3 minutes, so stick around, guys.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where do you find inspiration for your lyrics? Like, is it just a day-to-day thing? Something happens? Do you?
I would say that's actually really easy for me. I always say music is first, the lyrics and words are secondary. That always comes second, because to me, the music will give you a feeling of what the song should be about. You can hear a slow acoustic song and know immediately if that's going to be a love song or a sad song. You can usually know by hearing the music. And so for me, I always, whenever I write our songs, I always write the music first. And then once we get everything together, the drums, the bass, we get everything together, we write the whole entire song complete. And then I'll put lyrics to it, because then the song will give me a feeling of what the music is going to be about. I'll know instantly. And so, like, for instance, if it's a song where it's making me feel like C19, for instance, where I really knew that, like, man, this is terrible what we're doing to ourselves as humans. You know what I mean? It was easy for me to write that, and for some reason, that song just was like, man, this is like, it's bringing that up to me. It's real, like I said, it's real simple. I hear the music, and the music basically will tell me what to sing about, pretty much.
JT said, hard agree on that creative process. What's up, JT?
Hey, JT,
got
thank you.
Robert that came in. What's up, Robert? Yes, the creative process. Yes, I'm not. Words don't come easy to me, so for me to write a song is like a whole creative process. So
right.
It's nice to see that for other people. It's like, well, I just listen to the music and it comes.
And I know singers that have literally a whole lyric book just filled with lyrics that they just write. I mean, I knew a guy who just wrote lyrics all the time. That he just would write and write and write, and then, his band would write the music, and then he would then try and fit those lyrics to the song that they had. So his aspect was a whole different one from me. Of course, I wait till the song is done, and then that song tells me what to sing about. And basically, what ends up happening is I'll kind of freestyle the song. We'll play it, and I'll kind of freestyle how the vocal melodies are going to come out, and then the words will start to hit. My brain starts working, and then it'll start putting it out, and then I put pen to paper, and then I write the song, write the lyrics out. But I know singers who do it the opposite way, where they just write a ton of lyrics, and they already have a bunch already on hand. I know bands that the bands help write lyrics. Everybody in the band does,
Oh yeah, that's why I asked the question, because everybody's creative process, everybody's way of doing it is different.
Absolutely.
And it could always help somebody that's listening to, like you said, listen to the song, see what kind of feeling it gives you, and then go from there. Go from there.
Absolutely. And there's no wrong way. There really isn't. It's just it's the creative process. There's multiple ways to paint a picture.
Absolutely. Well, let's listen to your creative process that brought for you.
Okay.
What's the song about? Give us a little.
This song is about. I guess you could say trying to prevent suicide prevention, people who were self-harm, things like that. This song is about trying to just to know that there's always someone there for you, no matter what. Even when it looks bleak and you feel like you don't have someone, there's always someone there for you, no matter what. Even people who you don't even know, that they would help you in a heartbeat. Because there's a lot of people out there that battle things, and even within our band, our drummer, he battles PTSD from things that happened to him as a kid, and so for him especially, we always tell him, we're always here for you, brother, no matter what. You know what I mean? We always tell him to reach out to us immediately if he's ever feeling a certain way or anything, and he's not shy of this. The last when we talked before the interview went bad.
The lost tapes.
The lost tapes, yeah. Johnny, he was here for that, and he went on probably about 10 or 15 minutes of how that it happened with him, and he isn't shy from it. He tries to help people with it as well, because he battles it every day. And he's
Johnny would like to come on our special, because last year I did one, this year I'll do one again.
I know he was heartbroken he couldn't be here. Yeah, he was heartbroken he couldn't be here, man. He wanted to be here so bad, but he's like right in the middle of that time of where like you might be contagious, you might not, and so he he worried, and I said, well, dude, it's all right, man. Like, don't worry.
He
You
could
know
have
what I
done
mean?
it also from his house with his phone, but I mean, you just take some rest, just
Yeah,
take it easy, get better. We can always see you guys in a few months after you guys have your next show, your
absolutely.
comeback show in February. You know what I mean? We
Absolutely.
can always set something up, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, and you know what? I love doing this. So anytime you would want to do this again, I love it.
There you
You
go.
know, I make sure the guys were here with me that next time. Yeah, absolutely.
But,
But yeah,
let's go towards closer to like end of spring, summer.
absolutely.
It gives you guys time to come out maybe with some new music,
Yeah,
do a few shows. So let's bring you guys back and let's bring the guys with you.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
But
for
yeah,
now,
this song is about that. Just know that there's always someone there for you, and that's what this song was about. Yeah.
also check out the merch because I saw some amazing
Oh yeah.
shirts that were made with this image right there, and
Yeah,
they are
that logo. Yeah,
beautiful.
we have shirts of all different sizes, all the way up from 4X down to smalls. We have hats, we have license plates, we have koozies, we got keychains, we got all the goodies. So if anybody likes that logo that's on the screen right there with the girl with the rose, let us know. We have those shirts available, and the shirt literally looks just like that. I mean, the shirts came out fantastic. We're endorsed by a company called My Merch Guy. They're incredible. They make the best merch for bands. They really, really do. But yeah, we have. If anybody's interested, let's contact us. Let us know. Yeah, we got big guy shirts. Don't worry, we got them. You know, I got one for TW. No matter, I got them. But yeah,
We
so anybody's
contact you
interested
directly on your Facebook page and
yeah,
let
Facebook,
you know.
they can contact us through there. Me personally or the band, just hit a message on there. We can mail all over the world, wherever you're at.
I will
we'll get it to you.
definitely be because that shirt is amazing, guys. I'll show
Oh,
you
thank you.
after we watch the video. Well, listen to the song. It's not a video. You'll get the image. I'll go to your Facebook page and show everybody the shirts
Awesome.
are quality.
Awesome.
So we will be right back, guys.
Take your path, run to the light. Take 2 steps before you decide. Take these steps, take to the right. Take your path, make up your mind.
Well, there you go, guys. There was a little hiccup there towards the end of the song, but
Get the most of it.
we got it. We got it.
You got the gist.
It's an amazing song. The
Thank you.
message is amazing.
Hey,
And
thank
it's
you.
always something I say at every episode. There is lines if you guys don't want to talk to family members, if you don't want to talk to somebody that knows you, that you feel maybe like you could be judged. I mean, my DMs are open. I will get to you
Yeah.
guys as soon as possible.
And same here with us. If anybody's feeling any kind of way, you can reach out to us, Tear from Grace page or one of us, my page or anything. Yeah, please contact one of us. We'll definitely talk you through anything you need to talk about for sure. Something's
Absolutely.
always better than the other option. Trust me.
I'd rather spend an hour, 2 hours with you than, never having a minute and hearing some bad news. Anytime, guys, I'll be with you as soon as I can. Here is the merch. Here is the shirts, guys. These are amazing. Just look at them.
Yeah, they came out killer. They really did. I mean, he's definitely the best. And they're very, very vibrant, too. When you get them in color, I mean, in front of you, the red pops. I mean, they came out beautiful. They really
They
did.
look like comfortable shirts also. They don't look
They are.
like...
They are. They're the nice cotton Gildan shirts. The real, the nice ones. Yeah. They're really, really nice. I mean, and the sizes fit true to what you are. Some shirts are small. Sometimes they do the unisex shirts kind of where like a double XL really is kind of like an XL.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy too, so trying to find the right. Back in the day, a double XL, it'd be no problem. You know what I mean? Now sometimes you gotta buy 3X and don't even know if it's gonna fit right. These are very, very true to the size of what you are. So even an extra large fits me really well because it's like it's a true to what the size is. You know what I mean? So if you wear normally a large, it'll fit perfectly. Double XL, or if you're a triple X, like I said, even if you're a quad X, they fit perfect. We got them. We got all smalls all the way up to quad X. So
Amazing, guys. If you want to support a band, this is the way to do it. Merch, and go to the
that's
shows.
true. That's very, very true.
We're nearing the end of the episode, so I'm keeping my question for the end. Everybody knows I have the NYXUS question, which Ames has already asked you guys on the Lost Tapes.
The Lost
because
Tapes, yeah.
She was following the same. That last question is very, very close to my heart.
Yeah.
But before we get there, do you guys follow a ritual before you get on stage? Is there anything special? A drink? Is there
Back in the day, since like I said, we were sponsored by Jägermeister, we always did a shot of Jäger before we played. But now, yeah, hey, thanks, Storms. Yeah, true, very, very, very much so. And they got some
the
killer
merch.
merch too. Storms Within does.
Yes.
So,
Storms
yeah.
Within was my first female-fronted group on season 1 of the NYXUS podcast.
Erica she's something else, man. She's definitely.
She is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I have watched that band from the beginning of them to where they are now, and I'm so blown away by what they have accomplished and what they have done. They have grown so much. They really have. They have taken the world by the balls, and she's the first one to put her hand right on them. You know what I mean? I mean, she's something else, man. She is. I love those guys. They're all incredible, nice guys, awesome musicians. You couldn't ask for a better band to play a show with. They're very supportive. They're the first ones to share, songs and shows and trying to get people to go out to see other bands, even if they're not playing. They really are very humble. They're great peoples. So yeah, everybody out there, if you haven't heard of Storms Within, they're from the Erie area, right around where we're from as well. Please check them out. They're awesome.
Well, with everything I see from them, the community, the everything they post, everything they participated, the drive, the determination, I could actually pretty much, you could say that they are like a pillar in Erie.
Yeah.
Like they are one of the bands. Like
Yes. Yeah.
When I think of Pennsylvania, I think Storms Within.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys know I love you guys and I have much respect for y'all.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're killer. Love them.
If you could build your own tour lineup.
Oh, like bands to tour with?
Bands to tour with. I'll give you 4 bands, so it'll be Tear from Grace with 4 other bands.
Wow. You know what? I would say
And I'll up it even more. Dead or alive.
Dead or Alive. Okay,
Dead or
so
alive.
Dead or Alive. Okay, I would say for sure, definitely, I would say Storms Within, because the guys are so cool, and then they're I can talk gear with their guitar player all day long. So at least I'd have conversations about
Gearheads.
gear no matter what.
Uh-huh.
So I would definitely say Storms Within. I would do them. I'd have to say this just because it's my inner childhood. I got to open for them one time, but never really got to hang with them. But I would love for the Deftones to be able to tour with them. That'd be incredible. You know what I mean? And there's so many amazing other local bands, but I guess the only other one I could say, because I think it's another female-fronted band that I love these guys. There's a new band called Spirit Box. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yes.
They are incredible. I would love to play a show with them. So if you think about that, you got Deftones, Storms Within, Spirit Box, and Terror from Grace. I mean, I'd pay to go see that.
One more.
Oh, one more?
One more.
One more. Okay.
Finish off the deal, sweeten it up even more.
Okay. Well, then, so we went with 2 nationals, 2 locals. So I guess we'll go back with another local. There's another local band from around our area that is called Souls Collapse. That's one of the guys I've known for a long time. Played in shows with him. He's from my area, Meadville, PA, just a little bit south of Erie. Croc, the singer, Danny, he's a killer, man. He's awesome. He's great because he does like the old school, like, you know, the starting the mower like on stage. He does like all the old, like the shopping cart, like he does. I mean, he's great. He's great. So yeah, I'd have to say that because that would be fun. And no matter what, you'd have fun right there. So that'd bring out the fun because those guys are a hoot. So I'd say that'd be my tour right there. Absolutely.
That would be an amazing tour. I mean,
I would have said 311 instead of Spirit Box, but I think the 311 fans would with all the metal that was on that, they'd probably be a little bit scared. A little bit.
Spirit Box brings another very powerful female-fronted band, so I mean, it's a good choice with this lineup.
I think that's good. You got there's a lot of variety there. Because you got, you know, there's hard rock, there's the new metalish, and then yes, the 2 killer female-fronted bands. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's a killer show right there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I'd pay to see it.
I'd pay to see it too. Hell, let's go. Let's set it up, guys. Let's make it happen. That'd be crazy. Could you imagine? I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, it's incredible. Incredible stuff happened to the bands that have been on the podcast, and I celebrate it, and I cheer them on, and I'm so... Rockfest this year, a band that I did last year on the podcast, Sepsis.
Oh, yeah.
On the lineup for Rockfest this year. So Sepsis, congratulations.
Congratulations to them. Yeah, I follow them, so I see a lot of their posts that I see that, how much they do and how they've taken off within the last year. And yeah.
They're hardworking. They're
hardworking.
That's a business for them. I mean, come on, like, it's incredible to see the evolution, to see the
and I have to say too, you know, I want to say before I forget to do this, I want to make sure I say this. I want to say thank you to you for you know, doing this with us again. You know, I know that the lost tapes happen. You know, some of the Houdini came in and made them disappear. Well, what happened? But you know, I just want to say thank you for giving us the shot to do this. I really appreciate it. Thank you for playing our music. I mean, that means so much to us. Just that, like I said, even if we got one new guy to listen to it, which I saw there was a guy said he was going to check out the songs.
You got 2 tonight. 2 tonight.
Dude, thank you so much, JT, and thank you so much, Mel, for doing this. I mean, I can't say it enough. If you were there, I'd give you a huge hug right now. I'm a hugger. You'd be getting big hugs right now. So,
I'm trying to make it up to you guys. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm trying to make it up to you guys to come and see a show. So,
well, hopefully we can make it down there too. If you ever get
that would be
shows
amazing.
working, we'll come there. We'll come there. I'll bring Storms Within. We'll both come down.
That would be crazy. Let's see, Storms Within, Terror from Grace, Dying Oath. I mean, I could have a full lineup over here. Let's find a venue and let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Somebody knows how to do that because I'm not a promoter. I'm not a hit me up, and I have bands for you guys. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Heck yeah, I'd
That'd
love
be
to.
amazing.
Heck yeah, absolutely. And North Carolina's not that far away. We can drive down there. You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
what, 9 hours? I think I have a friend in Pennsylvania. She drove last summer. It's
Oh, right
9
on.
hours.
Yeah, so that's not bad. That's a good trip. You know what I mean?
Hell
It's a work
yeah.
day. That's a work day. You know,
Exactly.
it's an 8-hour work day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys come down here, do a show, and I'll cook you dinner. How about that?
Oh, awesome. Hey, cool. I'm a chef too, so I'll work with you on it.
There you go. Well,
Here we go. We'll do it together.
sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Where can we go? Where can we find you guys on social media? On where's the best place? Because we all know that we're everywhere.
Yes.
But where's the place to really
Facebook definitely is probably where we're most prominent. We're now trying to do a lot more on YouTube. We don't have a huge follower on YouTube yet. We're trying to get there. You know what I mean? We have the videos and songs that are out there, and we have the YouTube page. But I would say Facebook for sure definitely is our home hub. That's where we're more prominent there. So if anybody wants to know anything about us, shows, merch, anything, yeah, contact us on Facebook. I think it's like facebook.com/Terror from Grace. Yeah, we're on there, and please contact us. Any questions, merchandise, anything where to find any of our music. And our music is everywhere. We're on all streaming platforms. We're on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Apple Music.
everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. So yeah, and I know we have an Instagram page too, but I don't think our former bass player was the one who made the page, and then I don't think he ever gave the password to it, so it's just kind of sitting there in limbo. So we're going to try and get a new page for that. You would think that we would be on top of that, but
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and we do really well with Facebook and everything too. So we just tried to keep building the Facebook page and get it going, and then I'm actually not even on Instagram, so I need to get on there so we can get the
Yep.
get a page going on there. I try not to get on social media too much because there's so much stuff that can suck you in immediately. You know what I mean?
That's why I try to stay focused. Like, I'm actually thinking of bringing the podcast off of Facebook and only stream to YouTube, so to have everything at the same place. It's not decided yet. I'm seeing the numbers. I'm seeing what would be best.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it on streaming platforms anymore. It's costing me a lot of money, and podcasters don't get paid.
Yeah.
The musicians don't get paid, but podcasters don't get paid.
Yeah, no, I mean it's crazy too, the little bit of money that the streaming gets you.
It's ridiculous.
It's unreal, but I mean, like I say, as long
keep
as
streaming, guys.
Yeah, keep streaming. And like I said, even if you heard the song for the first time, thank you for listening to it. And even if it's not your cup of tea, if you know somebody who would like that kind of music, please share it. Tell them about us. We would really appreciate that. Any way we can get our music out there, the better. We're just in the studio. We recorded 2 more songs. So we got 2 more songs ready to come out. One right now. What we try to do right now is we're trying to release singles. That way we can kind of keep the relevancy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So basically, we're going to release this next song. It's called Stomper. It's a song we always close out our set with. We're going to release that song, and then the previous ones that we had released, we're going to put them all together in like a 5-song EP. So then we'll have them all together. But yeah, I mean,
nice.
Our singles are out there. So yeah, we do have one more song getting ready to be released here. Probably, I hope next month it'll be out in March, either end of February, March, and then we have another one right after that getting ready to come out. So we definitely have some music getting ready to come out. So there's definitely 4 songs out now plus the video. Yep. So keep in contact with us, all the people who have heard us for the first time. And I think a guy's name was JT, said he liked the music. Thank you so much, brother.
And JT, while we were talking about mental health earlier, let me give a little nudge to my dear friend JT. JT is from Six Scars.
Right on.
JT also started his own podcast about mental health. It's called Beyond the Scars, if I'm not mistaken. JT, don't kill the messenger. Just let me know so I can tell them the proper name for the show. But he just started out. Eventually, I will be a guest on the show.
Right on.
We'll work on those details. It's all about mental health and music.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
You guys give JT a follow, and you'll see
Yes.
all those posts go on his Facebook also.
Thank you, JT, for all that you do, sir. And thank you for checking us out. I appreciate it. And, awesome. I can't wait to talk to you further. And please contact us. And that's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate
Some
it.
amazing people. Like this podcast, if anything, no, I'm not making money off of this. No, I am not. It's really the love of the music, the love of people. The connections, the friendships I've made throughout the past year with music, with this podcast, is just incredible. Beyond the breakdown with 6 Scars. Thank you, JT.
Awesome.
What's up? All right, so we're at the end of the episode, and I'm going to hit you with the NYXUS question.
Okay.
Like I said, Amy's got you with it already, so I'm not going to try to prepare you. I'm just going to hit you with it.
Okay. Hit us.
If you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself, so little Eric,
Yeah.
at any age, any point in your life, what would you tell yourself? Like, what would be important for you to hear younger?
The dreams that you dreamt, don't shy away from them. Follow them. That's what I would tell the younger me, is to follow them and to invest in Apple. No, no. But seriously, I remember being a kid, and I saw the Deftones for the very first time at, I think it was X Fest here in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And we have a amphitheater here. It was Star Lake Amphitheater is what it's called, but they've changed names so many times. So it's like a Post Gazette Pavilion or like Star Lake. It's a huge pavilion that we have in Burgettstown, PA. It's right outside of Pittsburgh. Huge amphitheater, 2 stages, a small stage, and then the big, huge main stage. I remember going there as a kid and seeing the Deftones for the first time, and I remember saying to myself, one day I'm going to play that stage. One day I'm going to. Like, I remember just dreaming it and then going home and then laying in bed and just thinking that in my head over and over again, like, oh man, how awesome that would be to play that. And I, like I said, I thank God every day for this, but in Waiting for Never, I was in 2010, we played the Rockstar Mayhem tour, and we got to open up the Jaeger stage at that same exact stage that I dreamt as a kid of playing. And when we went on, it was sold out. There were 23,000 people there at the time that we played. And it was an absolute dream come true. It was besides my wedding, it was the best 25 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to go back to the question, I would just tell younger me to just keep following your dreams, keep fighting, keep going at it. You want to play guitar, keep going, keep doing everything that you can do. And maybe if you work a little bit harder, maybe it'll make it a little bit further than what, I did. Who knows?
You made it pretty far, sir. Don't discount anything that you've accomplished.
Yeah, listen, I fulfilled my dreams for sure. I really did. I mean, back in the day, from like I said, 2003 all the way to 2013. And even in Tear from Grace now, I've always wanted to play guitar and sing. Like I said, because it goes back to my younger self of watching Nirvana as a kid, seeing the 3-piece and wanting to be Kurt Cobain. I always wanted to play guitar and sing in the band, and now I'm finally doing that. And to be able to have the music that we are creating, to be able to help people and get through, that's a dream come true for me. And it doesn't matter how big if we get, or even if we get 50 plays on a song, that's okay with me. That's 50 people who listen to it or who dig it. You know what I mean? But it's just, I thank the Lord every day for giving me the tools to play and to have the talent to do it. But yeah, that for sure, that was a dream come true to do the things that we did, to play with some of the bands that we got to play with. And I thank my lucky stars every day for that. That's for sure. But there's a lot more to be done. You know what I mean? And there's a lot more music to go.
It doesn't stop here.
Does not stop here. I'm only 42, so there's plenty of years left before I can retire.
I mean, there's no age.
No.
Last year I had a band. God, I don't remember. There's Love and War. There's so many good bands, incredible bands, of older gentlemen. Like I think the oldest was it? The youngest guest we had on the podcast was 12 years old. I think
wow.
12 Wrecker Ian's. Amazing drummer that has played many stages and
See?
done music with incredible bands.
Yeah.
And the oldest gentleman I had was 70 years old. A 70-year-old drummer.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I could go back, I would say to start earlier. You know what I mean? I remember being a kid. I would take my dad was a contractor, so he would bring home plywood and 2x4s and stuff like that, and I would put them together, right? Make them look like a guitar, and I would take a Sharpie and just paint strings on them, right? And then I'd pretend that the gravel at the end of the garage was the crowd, and at the end of the garage was the stage. And I would just stand there and I'd play music and just have Guns N' Roses or Poison or whatever was playing back in the 80s, as a little kid, me, you know what I mean? I was, this is probably like 86. I was like 5 or 6 years old.
It was already in your blood. It was
already then. So at that point, I would probably go back and say, listen, beg mommy for a real guitar. Don't build the little plywood ones. Beg for a real one and start a little bit earlier.
Right.
Hey.
It's nice to see when parents encourage their kids, though. Like this young man that was on the show, his mom was sitting there, and the energy of his parents. It's all just. They awesome. Brought him to his first metal show, I think, metal festival. It was like 2 years old. So
that's awesome.
Start them young. Music is good for them, and it's a great way to express themselves.
Absolutely.
Eric, thank you so much for taking the invitation again. Sorry about the lost tapes.
Hey, it's okay. We got to do this, and this was amazing, and I thank you. And you know what? Actually, this worked out better because we got to play the songs the before. I don't think we had, or it was taped, so she was going to play the songs later on. But at least this way, we got to interact with some people that were on here. We got to talk to some people. So again, Mel, thank you so much for this opportunity. I can't say that enough.
Bring the guys back with you.
Yes.
This summer, late spring, thereafter you guys have done a few shows, put out a few songs.
Absolutely.
Come back.
Absolutely. And anybody who's around the Erie area, our first show back, we were down for a couple months. I had surgery on my knee, pretty hefty surgery on my knee. So we were down for a couple months, but our first show back is February 23rd at the King's Rook in Erie, PA. So anybody who's around this area wants to come check us out. We're playing with three awesome bands. So please come see us. Show starts at 9:00. So please come see us and check us out. Like I said, on YouTube, Facebook, all the areas. And again, thank you so much.
JT said I'll be hitting you up and following you on all streaming services. Killer
awesome.
Sounds.
Thank you, JT, brother. Thank you so much, man. Same likewise, brother. I'll be following you on what you're doing, man.
I'll be in touch with you, and I'll try to see if I can set up that show. That would be crazy, but
let's do it. I'm being serious. Let's make it happen.
I'll try to see what I could pull out of the hat. I know a few people maybe that could help put it together.
I know some people down that area too. So we're out in North Carolina.
Around Charlotte, Gastonia area.
Okay. So I know some people around the area as well. So yes, we'll figure that out whenever. We'll get it figured out. Yeah, we'll make sure we'll get the Storms crew to come with us. And
sounds amazing. Maybe we could get 6 cars to come down too. Let's see what we can make happen.
Absolutely, be a family thing.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight with us.
You guys.
Make sure you follow Eric. Make sure you follow me to catch another episode. Next week is a surprise. Nobody has booked for next week, so I will be contacting Ben from Metal Promo, and he will give me a band, and we shall see who it is. It's a surprise.
Okay.
If you guys know bands that would like to be interviewed, please send them my way. There's plenty of availability this year. We are just starting.
Right on.
So thank you for being here, guys. Eric, tell hi to the guys for me.
I certainly will.
And please let me know how that first show goes.
Awesome. Thank you. Everybody, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Keep rocking. Keep doing it. And we'll see you all soon.
Good night, guys.